Hey gang, what's going on? If you're new to the channel, if you're just visiting for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I so much appreciate it. If you would do me a favor, be sure and click the like button, subscribe button, like this video, watch it all the way through and like this video. I would appreciate that. And I have learned something new. If there's a point in this video that you found interesting or you want to hear again, rewind the video and watch that portion again. The algorithm of YouTube really likes that, and it would help me out a lot. So please do that. Please consider doing that if you would. If you're new to the channel, as I said, thanks for being here. My name is Brian, and you're watching So, what are we doing on this video? Well, this is going to be a two-part series. The first part is today, and then tomorrow I'm going to be recording the next part. The wind is blowing. I apologize for that. I have no control over the elements, but this is an outdoor channel, and I try to film as much as I can outdoors. So anyway, question: have you ever wondered if you're getting your money's worth with aftermarket blades? Well, that's what we're here to find out today. I have got, this is for my Gravely 452. I've got OEM blades, and I've got aftermarket blades. We're going to be doing a measure and compare on this video, and then the next video I'm going to have the blades sharpened, and we're going to install them on the Gravely 452. And we're going to cut with them. On that video, I'm going to be giving you the criteria. So you need, if you're curious about this subject, you need to watch both of these videos. I think you're going to be shocked. So anyway, what we're going to do first, we're going to compare both sets of blades, and then we're going to weigh them. And then we're going to do some measuring. That's going to be it for this one. And then the next one, we're going to be actually installing them on the machine and cutting with both sets of blades, to see if the aftermarket price you save, the money you save, is worth you buying them over the factory blades. So I hope you stick around. Before we get into this though, be sure and click the like button, subscribe button, click the notification bell. You know what to do. Do it. I appreciate it. So anyway, what we're going to do first, we're going to examine the OEM and the aftermarket blade, see what the differences are. Now let me set these blades over here because I want you to be able to see. Now if you look at the factory blade, the OEM blade, however you want to say it, the blade that comes on the mower from the factory, you see that it's got a little bit of a contour to it. And you'll also see that in comparison to the aftermarket, where it's got this sand relief divot in it, the OEM blade does not. It's solid. Now let me get this closer to the camera where you can see it. You see that? That's actually called a sand relief. And what it does, when the blade picks up the sand, it actually channels the sand through this channel right here, so it doesn't sandblast the lift edge. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. I brought this blade over here for this explicit purpose. This blade is the exact same as this blade. Exact same. Matter of fact, if I can see the number, here it is, 15-002. Okay, if you'll look at this blade, well, it's 15-002. They're the exact same blade. Now, the reason why I'm not putting this one up to the camera is because it's rusted and you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But take my word for it, they're the exact same blade. Now, if you'll look at this blade, it's brand new. You see how thick that is? That is, and I brought me a measuring tape so I could measure it. It is 1/4 of an inch thick. this blade here is a 1/16 of an inch. So it's 3/16 inch of wear on that lift edge. But you look, it's not even close to being eat away. That's what this does. It prevents the sand from eating this part of the blade away. That's how effective it is. The OEM or factory blade does not have that. So what does that mean? It means this lift edge is, especially right in here, right in that area right there, it's going to wear away tremendously fast. So let's do some other comparisons. Now, the OEM blade, as I said, it has a little bit of contour to it right here. And what this does, and I'll measure it, it has a 1/2 inch of drop from here to the cutting edge. In other words, and it's mounted on the mower. This is where the spindle is. From here to the cutting edge, it drops a 1/2 inch, which means whatever you put your deck on, if you put your deck on 3, it's actually going to be cutting on 2.5 inches, not 3. That's why I like these blades. These blades are completely flat. And when you set your deck on 2.5 inches, the blade is on 2.5 inches. When you set your blade on 2.7 or your deck on 2.75, it's on 2.75 on the cutting edge, this edge right here. So that's two of the biggest differences. Now, I'm going to measure to make sure. You always measure your blades diagonally. This is an 18, well, I'm sorry, it's a 17 and 15/16 inch blade. Now, let's measure this one. Let me get this one out of the way. This one, wow. I'm shocked, guys. This one's 17 and 5/8. So this blade, let's stand them up on the end and see. Yeah, this blade here is about 1/4 inch taller, 1/4 inch longer, which means it'll cut more. Now, the biggest difference, I'm gonna hold these blades up and see if you can tell the biggest difference. Leave me some comments and let me know what you think the biggest difference in these blades are. I'll hold it here for just a second. Have you seen it yet? Leave me a comment, let me know what you see. What is the biggest difference? Okay, in the event that you didn't catch it, the cutting edge, this is the OEM blade. You see it has no paint on it. It's also got a little bit of rust on it. It has not been out in the weather. It's been in a closed container, but it's still got some rust on it. It's a little oily, but it's still got some rust on it. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna weigh them. I'm gonna weigh all 3 at one time, and then we'll get the difference in the weight. That'll tell you how much steel is in. And I'm gonna pick the camera up, and matter of fact, let me do this. Now, you saw the difference in the weight, but here's the difference. That right there is what makes your difference. Now, how many of you saw the difference, the main difference in each of these blades? I held them up. Now, in case you didn't catch it, because if you're, no offense, but if you're a lady and you're not familiar with blades, you have someone else change your blades, you're not going to catch this. Or if you're an older gentleman that allows somebody else to change their blades, you're not going to catch it either. The main difference in these blades, other than the apparent ones I've pointed out, is the length of the cutting edge. Now, the factory blade, I'm going to move this aftermarket blade out of the way. This cutting edge from, I'm not counting the end slice, the inset right here where the machine actually ground into. I'm going to count from where the actual edge starts and measure. It is 3 7/8 inches. So when this blade comes around like that, when it's on the machine and it's coming around slicing, it slices, it doesn't slice flat like this. It slices like that as it goes by the blade of grass like that. That you've only got about if you take into account the ground speed, about 3 inches of cutting area there. Now, put this one over here. Let's check this one. Measuring from the exact same spot, right there. This one is 6 inches exactly. 6 inches. Now, you've got 3 inches here. You've got 6 inches here. You've got twice the cutting surface. Now, is that detrimental? Is that a detriment to being able to cut grass? It can be if you don't have a machine that's got the power to turn them. But if your machine will turn after, see, that's another thing that this thing does. It cuts down on the wind drag, and anything that comes by or in the blade encounters that would wear this out through sandblasting, this relieves that. You saw on this blade, I don't know how many hours this blade's got on it. You can see it's got a divot in it right there. So, and it's got a divot on this side. This blade here has been sharpened probably 4 times, but the edge is still intact. Now, before I go any further, the reason I started going to aftermarket blades was the quality and the price. Now, I saved the best for last. So, what's the price difference? I have the receipts. On my next video, because I want you to watch it, if you want to know the price difference, I will show you the price difference. These, the factory blades, were $83 for 3 blades. 83 bucks. These are rotary copperhead blades. They are not, I repeat, they are not made for a Gravely 452. They are made, because I want full transparency, they are made for a Skag mower. It replaces 481707. It's made for a Skag machine. But aftermarket blades are interchangeable. They'll fit multiple different machines. That's why they're called aftermarket. These will fit a Gravely 452, but you see how much shorter they are than this blade. These blades were $83 and some change. These blades, you ready? 60 bucks, $20 a piece. That's after taxes. So you're saving $23 here from here. Now, my question to you is, if the cut quality is the same or better, the blade is going to last longer, it's going to cut more grass faster, and the lift edge is not going to go away nearly as fast as this. Is more steel worth $23? I'll let you decide that. That's the comparison between factory blades and the aftermarket blade. Now, the next video I shoot is going to be I'm going to have both of these blades sharpened. Now, are they sharp now? No, look. You can run your finger up and down that, and there's nothing. It won't cut your finger. This one, I'm not really familiar with, but I'm doing the same thing, and nothing. They're not sharp. If you haven't seen my video, if you have not viewed my video on sharp blades versus new blades, they were done with this, not this blade, not these blades, but with the same brand blades, same number, everything. Check that video out. I was shocked. It's called I Was Wrong. I will put a link in the description below for that video. And actually, it probably would not be a bad idea for you to watch that video before you watch this one. But if you've already gotten to this point, we're at the end of the video, so it doesn't matter. But go back and watch that video. If you do not sharpen your new blades, you're going to want to watch that video because it's going to prove you wrong. But anyway, that's the comparison of factory blades versus aftermarket blades for the same machine. Now, your machine may be different. Your machine, factory versus new, is going to be the same, but it's not going to use the same blades, is what I'm saying. So anyway, that's going to do it, guys. I hope you've learned something from this video. I really do. No, I'm not going to put them on the machine and cut with them today. The reason why is because I've got to sharpen these blades, because I want the playing field, I want the ground level. And you sharpen both blades, and then when you put them on the machine, I can measure and compare, and then we can actually, we're going to film actually using them and cutting them just like we did in the previous video. So I hope you'll watch both of these videos. They're really good. To me, they're interesting. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It was not a humorous, it was more educational. And it is definitely lawn care related. So I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure and click the like button and subscribe button. Click the notification bell. You know what to do. Please do it. And share these videos, please. This is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV, reminding you to live big, live southern, live outdoors. Until we meet again, folks, have a good one.